Verchiel here from Beads by Verchiel, bringing you Thursday tutorial time. How are you all doing? So I'm just waiting for your comments to come up. Sometimes it takes a while before they show up. Anyway, as always, do give me a thumbs up. Do pop me a note in the comments so that I know you are present with me. But the most important thing is that you give that thumbs up just underneath the post so that I can enter you into tonight's giveaway. And just to be sure that I've caught you is make sure you pop a comment in the thread as well. So I'm not getting any comments yet. Oh yes, there you go. Here we are. Hello Sharon. Hello Lydia. Hello Kay. Hello Deb, hello Francis, hello Tracy. What have you all been up to? So it's lovely to have you all. I thought I would start off by doing a little recap on last week and how we got to this point of the demo tonight. Oh, hello Trisha. Sharon, she said the Hochandaman man was a bit excitable. Do you know what? Adam, I know I shouldn't say it, but he is one of my favourites to watch because he is always like that. He is so funny and got such great energy. And what I particularly liked is he took time to come over and have a chat with me before the show, and got to know the products. I mean, they're all fantastic there. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's nice to have someone with fun energy. I just can't believe I was stitching on the crown jewels. You know, on catchphrase where it's just like they say it as you see it. I was in that mode of just saying what I was seeing. I was stitching on the crown jewels, and then I had a little fit of the giggles. But I managed to contain myself. But then what do you expect from me? It's my warped sense of humour. Hello Anne, hello Francis, hello Janet, hello Kevin. He's like a Duracell bunny on speed. He really is. But you know what? He was actually quite calm before the show. I was quite surprised because I expected someone to sort of come in quite sort of bouncy, but I think it's better to have someone like that. He's so passionate and he absolutely loves what he does, and I think you can tell. So anyway, I loved being in his company. I thought he was fantastic. Anyway, so if you were here last week, I did a tutorial on doing wire wrap rings. So I've got wire wrap ring kits in my feed. They're also shown on Hochanda. So I'm going to show you the kits quickly, because where I'm going from here is tonight's project is really off the back of that. So it's exactly the same weave, but what it will do is it'll give you a complete set. And what you could always do with this is keep one of the so in each kit you've got enough for a rose gold and enough for a silver ring with all of the gemstones. This one is rose quartz and amethyst, which is the one I'm wearing. What you could always do with this is have one for the ring and keep one back to do perhaps a pendant. So we've got the amethyst and rose quartz, the sodalite, smoky, I was wearing that for the demo at Hochanda, turquoise howlite and hematite. So in the pictures, they kind of, the hematite and the smoky quartz kind of look the same. So let's give you a little closer look. So the smoky quartz, see if we can stop that looking blurred, is like a translucent, I was going to say blue, but it's so far from blue, it's brown. Is one of my favourite stones, and if you're into the healing properties, it's a very good grounder as well. So if you're feeling a wee bit stressed and you're a bit up here and want to come down here, apparently smoky quartz and the hematite are very good grounders. No, that is not hematite. Hematite is like a gunmetal grey. Then you've got the howlite. But the good thing is with these is they are adjustable. So you can always look back on last week's. If you click on media and then videos, all the video tutorials are in there. But the good thing is that it's an adjustable pattern, the ring pattern that we did. So you can adapt it to all sizes, and within reason you can do a little bit of tweaking if it's too big or too small. Once you've gotten to grips with it as well, you could always do it in sterling silver if you want to treat yourself. I also looked at doing 3 wires. So if you like chunkier rings, you can also do that too. So what I showed you last week was some samples and got your ideas as to what you'd like to see. So you voted for seeing the earrings and the pendant. It's the same technique for all of them. So I'm going to show you the pendant, but you'll be able to understand how you do the earrings at the same time. I just need your feedback as to whether or not you'd still like a bit more last week, because a lot of you said you wanted to do the sun catcher. So please let me know. Personally, I think it is literally a little ray of sunshine. It's something to brighten up your window. So do let me know if you'd still like me to show you that, and I can show you the whole thing from start to finish. The other thing you could use this technique for, how are we doing for time? Sorry, I am babbling on, but I just want to show you the other thing as well. I've got the wrong candle, this is too thick, but anyway, I suppose you could even, you know, it's a bit extravagant, isn't it? But you could even have it as an arm cuff. Perhaps if you're doing a little bit of stage work and you'd like something Egyptian. But anyway, this is actually made using the same technique, and you can just slot it over a candle. So can you see the same technique? And I've built in some beads on there as well. So what I like to do with all the patterns that I bring to you is to try and look at the bigger picture of, okay, perhaps you don't wear jewellery, or perhaps you want to do something a little bit different, is looking at how can we use that pattern and really repurpose it into something else. So that's what we're doing tonight. I will show you the giveaway in a little while. It is a kit, not a ring kit. So we're going to zoom in. I have done some before moments or after moments so that I've got it ready. Let's just catch up on your comments. Deb loves them and has made loads, and now the 3-strand too. How did you find the 3-strand, Deb? Let me know. Good to hear that you've been zapping away with them. Hi, Jay. Yes, please to Suncatcher from Janet, from Sharon, from Deb, from Francis, from Kevin, from Anne. Hello, Betty. Yes, it could also be a bracelet. Why didn't I think of that? See? Brilliant. That's why I need you guys. Right, so Suncatcher it is. We're going to do a little Suncatcher next week. So Lydia said she can't use the 0.8 wire, had to use 1.25. Now, Lydia, thank you for sharing that, because when I've done things for a while, you kind of lose connection with perhaps some of the pitfalls in using different thickness wires. Now, I'm guessing what you found was that you were wrapping it, and perhaps every now and then it was jolting and putting it out of place. And maybe making it a bit kinked. So I think that was a really great idea, Lydia, going up to 1.25. The only thing you've got to bear in mind is that you're going to need larger bead size holes if you're going up in wire. So you can go up in wire, in the weaving wire as well. So tonight I'm going to be using 0.8. It's just going to be harder on the hands to use a thicker base wire. And I'm using 0.3 millimeter wire for the wrapping. That's really fine. That does mean you have to work harder to get a bigger weave, or you could step up to a 0.4, which is harder on the hand, but you get a quicker weave, but possibly not as neat. Sorry your video keeps stopping, Kevin. Hopefully it might be your connection. Please, everybody else, let me know if there's any problems, but you might need to watch back on the replay if you've got any problems there. Now, as before, we are going to cut 2 pieces of 0.8 wire in 10 centimetre lengths. And Deb says her 0.8 is so soft and hard work, so she goes bigger as well, and she found 0.4 was better. Oh, I'm jolting a bit. Oh, okay. Let me just check my settings. Bear with me a second. No, I've got those on there. I keep going blurry. I probably just went blurry because I went to check my settings. Do let me know. I would say you're probably going to need about 1 metre or so of your weaving thread or weaving wire, but it's always better to weave directly from the reel, and that way it will avoid you having to reconnect your wire. So I'm going to zoom in. Perhaps can someone just give me a thumbs up? Blurry for you too? Right. Anybody else getting it blurry? Because what I might just go and do is see if very blurry. Kevin. Hello, Nora. Right. Hold that thought for a second. I'm just going to go and ask. Something's wonky with the video. Oh, right. Don't go away. I'm just going to ask my son to come off the internet because it's obviously having an impact. I'll close my laptop up as well. Okay, blurry. Please don't go away. I'll be right back. Have a chat amongst yourselves. Yeah, who's going to have a sing-song? Did you have a sing-song? Blurry, yes, me. Any better? Any better? Isn't it 10 green bottles, Anne? Right, well, I'm going to crack on anyway, because I'm hoping I closed my laptop down. That was open. That might have been affecting it as well. I'm still blurry. Still blurry. Sadly not. Lydia says yes, I'm okay. Bit better. Any more for any more? Do I need to start and reboot? I thought I'd be away for longer. Fine here. Right, I'm just going to go with it. And if we need to, I can always do another demo. All right, let's zoom in. And there we go. I'm just going to swipe your comments away. This is always quite difficult to see, so bear with me. There we go. Right, so what I'd suggest that you do, so I've cut my two 10cm pieces, is mark 2cm away from the edge, like we did last week, on both sides, roughly. I'm going to weave in gold so that it's easier for you to see. So it's exactly the same weave as before. So we've got a little tail, and we're going to do a wrap, a full wrap around. And then we'll add the second one. So we're doing it right where you've marked the 2cm point, and we're going to wrap that around as well. Try and keep it nice and tight. Now, I do find that my nylon jaw pliers act as a very good anchor point. So it will move around a little bit. I will separate those, so I'm going to go round both. So there's 3 moves. We go round one, round the back and round the top, and then round both and anchor it. Okay, so we've done the bottom, round the top and round both. 1, 2, 3. So you're already in position 1. So you've gone round the bottom one, you're going round the top one, and you're going round both. So I call it 3 moves, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, let's keep going. So as you can see, you don't want any gaps in this. Just keep them nice and close together. And there we go. Hopefully you can see that okay. Now, I think if you're putting well, not necessarily too much tension, because I have to confess I do it myself as well, but it's really easy to pull the wires out of shape, which I think is what Lydia was meaning about finding it easier with a thicker wire. There's no reason why you couldn't go thicker. You could just have a plain, you could just turn loops at the end. You don't have to have beads on the end. Right, so winding. Okay, so I think you've probably got the sum of that now. 1. So you see how I just nudge that up with the wire? So, okay, we've got a little kink in that, which is good in a way because it just shows you. So I just straighten that up and push it along. All right, so that's your neat little wire. So just pretend that we have finished, because we're going to switch to the other one. Have a top and a bottom. So the bottom, you don't want any raw edges. The top, you want all your raw edges so that it doesn't go into anybody's fingers. So with a flat part of your pliers, your cutters, trim, and then with either chain nose or the bent nose, just make sure that's tucked in. I like to pull up the tail like so. I would spend a lot more time, but I'm just showing you very quickly. So you'd carry on right up until that 2cm point there, which brings me to one I prepared earlier. Now, what we will do is I will actually show you how we do this one. So this one was done with a pencil. This one was done with a cocktail stick or a kebab stick. So here is my pencil, and what we're going to do is use that as a mandrel and wind that round like so. All right, so then take that off. Now I like to stretch mine out, but obviously it's up to you how much you want to alter it. Now what I do with the top one is I'm actually going to wrap this, so this will be where my loop's formed, and this I'm just going to wrap round once, just so that we've got somewhere for it to go, so to speak. So trim that off. This will be the front, a bit like working with an earring. When you're making earrings, cut it so that you've got about a centimetre tail. Bend it away from you, and then with your round nose pliers, probably about a centimetre down, you're going to turn that up. So that is where you're going to pop your chain through. So then we're going to shimmy along to these base pieces here, and then open those out. And let's, woo, sorry, I'm still here, I'm still in one piece. Hopefully you are too. Right, and how many do we need? So we've got 4. I'm going to put some bright ones on there so they show up well on camera. They're 4mm, but 3mm you can do as well. You can play around with any size really. So I'm going to pop 2 on there and just trim them to, again, about a centimetre. Turn that at a right angle, just like you'd be making earrings, and with your looping pliers, loop that back. And I've gone probably about half a mil, sort of half a centimetre rather, down from my pliers. Now, when you put this next one on, can you see there will be a gap because this one is slightly set back? But hopefully you've got the right length left, and then turn a loop. And then what I would do is I would then adjust these so that they sit in a way that you can see them, and then just adjust how you'd actually like it. So there you've got a nice unique little pendant, and obviously if you need to, you can turn wherever that is. Now if I just take this chain off, now I know this is whoops, this is the wrong, sorry, I know this is not how to do it, but my other pliers are just over the way there. So what I would do is I'd have a jump ring, pop the jump ring on there and close the jump ring off. So there you have a cute little pendant to match your ring, or I should show you the matching ring to go with it. So just to talk you through with the earrings, so with the earrings, obviously I've done the same length. I've got 3mm size beads on this one, and I would just literally use a cocktail stick. I haven't really got anything at hand, but you would use exactly the same technique. What I'd recommend you do is wrap them perhaps even one above the other, so that you can actually try and get them as accurate as you can with each other. So let's zoom out and see how you found that, and I am hoping that you managed to not get such a blurry reception. Oh, that's good. Yes, a knitting needle would be good. I could use 1.25 for Suncatcher Yes, absolutely. For necklaces, try it. I'm always up for trying different things. I can just give you the basics and then you go along and you change it and style it as you want. So Trisha's got to go. Oh, bye, Trisha. Kevin says, looks good. Janet says, a knitting needle. Frances, she likes that. Deb likes that. Lydia says she likes the slimmer type, especially if I use the thicker wire. So as Lydia did, she shared in the, it was February now, isn't it? The February makes. So first of all, if you are new to the group, welcome. We do a new tutorial every Thursday at 6 p.m. with a little giveaway. And there's a little post that says February's makes, and I put a new post up every month. Sometimes I'm a little bit behind by a day or so, but please share your makes in there. So let's just take this off and just show you what this looks like. I mean, it's quite an ornate piece, but you know, I think I love the curves in it. It's like ringlets in a hair, isn't it? Yes, absolutely. It's good for using up all your odd stones. Now I have got some 4mm stones, agate, faceted agate, that's coming up in the thread. I think some of them are selling quite quickly on there as well. So there you go. Let me know how you found that, and let me know if anybody else has tried doing last week's tutorial as well. No, Lydia, I don't think you do need to hammer it. I think, to be honest, it's really sturdy. After going around the pencil, you can if you want to, but it's not necessary. So let me show you what tonight's giveaway is. Now, if you saw the Hochanza the other day, I did a wire work orchid. It was a very quick demo because I ran out of time. And my giveaway tonight is the Gold Orchid Kit. So you will need your own tools with this. And so you'll get the kit. To be honest, there's probably enough for you to do, enough wire to do 2, but only enough beads to do 1. You've got your chain in there as well. And the other thing, if you may have seen it already, but I love doing candles with this. So I do lots of different orchids, different sizes, and then I wire wrap them all together and produce a nice little candle centerpiece. So I've done a bigger one. I also have done earrings in these, so I've made them smaller, and then I've just added some swirly bits on there, and then I've just wire wrapped some beads around that. So, you know, again, it's looking at the bigger picture and looking at what else you could do with it. This would be so pretty as a little bride or a bridesmaid's hairband as well. You know, you could buy some more coloured wire so it stands out a little bit as well. Frances said she was really impressed with how quick it was to make the orchid. The orchid's super quick. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know I'm quicker because obviously I've designed them and I have to make them regularly. But it really is quick and it's very simple as well. So Janet says she's got her pliers now. That's a bonus. Kay says that's beautiful. Deb says she loves the orchid. Yes, Deb, you've made lots of orchids and you've put your own slant on it, which is lovely. Anne's loving that, and Deb. Kevin said that takes me back to the course we did at my home. I know, Kevin, that seems so long ago. I think it's been a year since I've done a workshop here. It's, you know, hopefully not long before we're able to do these things again. Tracy loves the candle. Lydia loves that. Frances loves that. Hello, Nora. Betty says she's got lots of candles and it's a fantastic idea. Do you know the other thing you could do as well with the orchid kit, and if you do want to buy any of the kits because they came in double packs, with the rose and the orchid, I can do them for half the price for you, because obviously you're just having the one kit, and I do them in rose, in gold and silver. Just let me know. The other thing you could do is go smaller, because obviously it'll show you all of the measurements in the kit, and you could do little tiny tea light candle covers as well. So there's lots of little pretty little things that you could do. And the earrings, I made dangle earrings. I was going to try making studs, but I think unless you're doing sterling silver or 9 karat gold, I don't like pushing raw wire into my ears. Tracy's got lots of candles as well, so there you go. I think that's it for tonight. I was going to actually fire up a winner while we're online, but I have a feeling it was my laptop that was actually distorting everything. So I will go on with my random wheel spinner and pick out a name. Now, if you do win, you also qualify for free P&P with any purchases, providing you're happy for your giveaway to go in alongside with your order as well. Tracy said she's never done wire work before. Tracy, the orchid is a really lovely one to start off with. I mean, this is really quite straightforward as well, but the orchid is super easy. It's just have a look at the Hochanda and you can see a little bit how it's done. Betty would like a silver kit. No problem at all, Betty. Just send me a little reminder by email and I'll pick it up from you in the morning. Right, night everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. We're doing Suncatcher next week, and do look out. Your name details will be at the top if you are the winner. Thanks as always. Bye.